An East Bay city dealing with some serious budget trouble as it tries to close a nearly $30 million deficit. Thanks for joining us for Crown 4 News at 10. I'm Dan Thorne. The Berkeley city leaders met today to discuss potential layoffs, cutting some city services, and even floated the idea of a sales tax hike. Crown 4's Sarah Stinson has our top story tonight.
A lot of longtime Berkeley residents we spoke with say they were not aware of the more than $30 million budget deficit, and they worry about how the city will close this gap and at what cost.
Berkeley has a strong tax base, so I really would be interested to know about how we painted ourselves into this corner.
My question would be, where does the deficit come from? Where is the spending?
Questions many in Berkeley are now asking as the city faces a nearly $30 million annual deficit over the next 2 years. City officials say the shortfall comes from a structural imbalance, with costs like salaries and pensions growing faster than revenue. The city manager presented a cost-cutting plan Thursday, and city council must vote on it by June. The plan calls for slashing 100 vacant positions and laying off 38 filled jobs. Several departments could be impacted, with possible reductions in police staffing and the potential closure of a fire station. If approved, affected employees would be notified by July 2nd.
I'm also not interested in laying off people that provide essential services and just services in general to operate the city. It's important.
And I feel like they wouldn't be cutting jobs if they didn't have to. I think it's always a shame when we lose valuable resources.
The city will need to make some difficult decisions.
City Auditor Jenny Wong says her department released a report with some recommendations to improve the city's financial condition.
One, we found that for years, the city used one-time balancing measures to address its structural deficit rather than making the structural changes to the budget.
To avoid deeper cuts, the city plans to ask voters in November to approve a 0.5% sales tax increase. The city says it could generate about $9 million a year, but reaction from voters is mixed.
Cumulatively, after year, when it goes up, including the property taxes that go up year after year, I'm for public services, but I also feel we're being overtaxed.
Everything's expensive, and so it would be more expensive. But I tend to vote positively on measures that support the infrastructure of the city.
This discussion will continue at the city's Budget and Finance Committee on April 23rd. And then the city manager will continue to discuss the proposed budget plan at the meeting on May 19th. I'm Sarah Stinson reporting in Berkeley, Crown 4 News.